So I decided to get a roof rack so I stopped poking holes in my ceiling and my Jeep Compass since it's fairly new to me. But alas, the directions that came with it were vague to say the least. I basically got these pictures that I found online of what it should look like. But what I had was a pile of pieces. So I'm going to show you guys step by step how to do this so you don't have to suffer like I did through trial and error and just looking at the pictures and thinking, I think it goes like this. So here's a pile of parts that came with no directions. You see the screws, and I assume they go through the holes in the bars. There were no directions as far as one is actually kind of concave and should be at the back, and the one that's a little risen is supposed to be at the front. So those arrows are indicating that, but I did not realize that until I put them in the wrong place. So you slip on those plastic pieces, line up those holes, and these are your screws that are going to go on top to tighten it so you can loosen it, make it longer or shorter. The little nuts that go in there can only go the way they go. They fit into that hole perfectly. And then you're gonna tighten up the nuts and washers as you see placed here. So I pre-assembled it. I just showed you one side, but all four sides are just the same. And then I took it outside to try to mount it on the roof to see if I got it right. So in the Jeep Compass, it has these little runners that go along the sides of the car or the Jeep. Okay. So you have to pop out some already prefabbed holes, which is why I ordered this piece specifically for the Jeep Compass, because they line up perfectly. So once you have it assembled, then you're going to place them over those runners. And then basically you line up the holes and put the screws that came with it into those holes, and it is mounted to your roof. Now, don't make my mistake. I kind of forced them into the holes and then realized they weren't quite going because like I said before, the front piece is a little bit higher. I had in the back because once again, it came with no directions. Hello. I was trying to figure this thing out. Anyway, it took me a minute to realize that after I got it in place, and then I realized the other one wouldn't quite line up correctly. I was like, oh, so let's switch positions. I spare you guys some of the long details of me staring at the screw and trying to figure it out. There is a hex head key that comes with it. I preferred to use a hex head fitting on my drill and an extender to put it in, because it really does take a lot of torque, and who has time for that when there's technology? Anyway, once the holes are lined up and the screws are in, it's pretty much bim bam boom. You will see the pictures coming up. If you have any questions, let me know below. So I'm showing the two alternate ways. One is using the hex head key that comes with it, and then the other was using the bit, and I adapted it to my all-in-one that I absolutely love for everything, and stuck it in there because the drill wouldn't quite fit in. It was a little too big. Once those were tightened up in place, then it was pretty much job done. I always start the screw by hand to make sure that I'm not stripping it, and then drive it in the rest of the way. So that was that, guys. Hope that this video was helpful. And I'll be seeing you in the next one. My roof rack is installed. Yay! Next time we're going to talk more about Too Fancy. She's ready to roll.